is NBC Palm Springs.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky. We do have some breaking news for you this morning. The parents of missing 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro have been arrested in Cabazon. The couple was arrested during a search of their home just before 9 o'clock this morning. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has confirmed the arrest was made on accusations of murder. Investigators are continuing their search for baby Emmanuel this morning, but yesterday, authorities seized the parents' cell phones as well as the father's car. NBC Palm Springs will have more on this investigation at 5 o'clock, so please stay with us for the latest updates. A man who was found dead yesterday in the Indio Canal has now been identified as a 57-year-old. The body was found near Avenue 44 west of Dillon Road. The man's identity has not been released by the Riverside County Coroner's Office. We will continue to keep you updated on this developing story. Meanwhile, we have an update on the death of 13-year-old Alan Martinez in Cathedral City. 2 men arrested in this case were charged with murder. NBC Palm Springs' Brett Rosen was in the courtroom and has the latest details.
Here in Cathedral City, to my left, you can see the visual left behind for 13-year-old Alan Martinez, the boy that was shot here just last week. Now, the 2 individuals that are suspected in this crime had their arraignment today at the Indio Larson Justice Center. And local law enforcement tell me that this is a gang-related crime, and this just shows the harsh reality of getting involved in something so dangerous. Today, defendants James Carter and Christian Millward were set for arraignment at the Larson Justice Center in Indio. They were arrested earlier this week for being the prime suspects in a shooting in Cathedral City on the streets of Mission Indian in Whispering Palms, killing a 13-year-old boy named Alan Martinez. The Cathedral City Police Department says they believe this was a gang-related crime. Commander John Eno says gang-related crimes in the city is not very common, but it's something officers are trained for.
Most of our officers and our investigators are very well versed in who our gang members are, who's associating with who. And so when something happens, they tend to kind of have an idea of which way to go and where to look during their investigation.
Police say Alan Martinez was part of a gang at just 13 years old. And Eno says he has not had a case with a victim as young as Martinez. Law enforcement say in some cases, gang members are getting younger and younger.
Where, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s, your memberships were in the 20s, 30s. And gradually over the last decade or so, they've been trickling down to where you've got 13 to 14, 15-year-olds who are associating with gangs throughout the valley and also in our city as well.
Law enforcement say it starts at home, and parents need to be mindful of the type of people your children are hanging out with and talking to.
You know, it's a tragic event. I would say, is a reminder for parents to be mindful of who their friends are, who their children's friends are, who they're associating with, know their social media activity, who and where they're talking. This case should be an eye-opener for parents that their children, if they fall into the wrong hands, could be a victim of a crime.
Now, with the arraignment earlier today, there was enough evidence for the DA's office to press charges on both suspects. And as this case continues, we will continue the coverage. Here in Cathedral City, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, thanks to Brett for that report. Here's a live look outside for you. Our Agua Caliente casino camera. This is downtown Palm Springs. We'll check in with meteorologist Jerry Steffen. I was doing a little bit of a workout this morning, kind of some free hot yoga since the temperatures are just kind of disgusting out there. But that's the pride of Riverside I can bring for you.
Yeah, a slight bit of humidity is out there today, but the numbers are just going to go up as we move into a new week. More on that in the full forecast right now. Yeah, we're at 100 degrees already in Palm Springs. Light winds, 25% relative humidity. Southeast end, 28% relative humidity, and 100 degrees also at thermal. Temps include 99 at Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree 98, 101 Desert Hot Springs, 102 at Indio and Palm Desert, San Gorgonio Pass getting up there too. 99 at Cabazon and Whitewater, 91 at Banning at this hour. Looking for echoes. Now, there's a slight chance of a mountain thunderstorm this afternoon, but nothing showing up here. You got to look to, well, the Arizona border to see some action basically over southeastern San Bernardino County. That's all moving its its way to the northwest right now. So we do have a little more monsoonal moisture moving into the area. That'll up the chance of rain a little bit today, more so as we move into the next few afternoons. But 112 to 116, that's our highs today. And because of that, we have extreme heat warnings in effect. Dew points a little higher than yesterday, too, close to 60 degrees this afternoon. Here's some of the highs for today. 113 in Palm Springs and Indio, 114 Rancho Mirage and Palm Desert. Desert Hot Springs 111, 107 at Cabazon. So that extreme heat warning, still in effect today and tomorrow before that expires. Also heat advisory through tomorrow for the Inland Empire almost to the coastline. Okay, as far as temps on our Comfort Air 3-day forecast, 113 for Palm Springs today, 112 tomorrow, 111. Yeah, it's coming down gradually, but the humidity moves up Sunday, 111, with again chance of a mountain thunderstorm. Full forecast, and look at that rain chance and the tropics all coming up.
All right, thank you, Jerry. The Palm Springs Airport recently received a $21.6 million federal grant to expand their checked baggage handling system. PSP received the funding from the Federal Aviation Administration's Airport Infrastructure Grant Program. It provides funds to U.S. airports for their infrastructure needs. A new modernized baggage system with next-generation efficiency, speed, and capacity will be one of numerous improvement projects to support overall airport growth. And speaking of the airport, they're getting ready for their 5th annual job fair. It's scheduled for next week. This will take place Tuesday, August 26th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Palm Springs Convention Center's lobby. The fair will offer over 200 positions ranging from transportation to customer service. If you'd like more information on this and the DHS Historic Sites event, visit our newsroom tab on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. The Rock Gallery Comedy Club is hosting a fundraising event. It's tonight to help the victims of the Palm Springs bombing attack, which happened back in May. This will be held at the club on North Palm Canyon Drive at 9 o'clock. Comedians Francisco Ramos, one of the headliners. Tickets are $55. You can find a link on our newsroom tab of our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. The local motorcycle community is mourning the death of a Desert Hot Springs man. 21-year-old Christopher Ventura was killed after crashing his motorcycle last week into a car. NBC Palm Springs' Alondra Campos has the story.
The sounds of engines echoed through Desert Hot Springs. A community of riders gathered in unity and grief. Their helmets and headlights became symbols of love as they paid tribute to 21-year-old Christopher Ventura.
Christopher was a light. He focused on making you laugh. He focused on making sure that everyone around him was loved.
This is not even a fraction of the love and the kindness that Chris had spread among this community and let alone others.
At least 100 of Ventura's family members, friends, and riders from all parts of the valley came together to honor his memory. A scene that filled his mother's heart with an overwhelming sense of emotion.
Honestly, a grown man with a kid heart, you know? He was so pure.
Ventura, described as kind and full of love, died last week in a traffic collision as he was riding his motorcycle to work near the intersection of Palm Drive and Dillon Road in Desert Hot Springs.
I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it, but we're here, and this helps give closure.
One of the last people to see Christopher alive was a close friend who spoke with him just minutes before the crash.
Seeing a whole car accident happen, didn't know what was going on. I didn't know immediately that it was him, but I immediately started reaching out to the whole bike community, car community, letting everybody know, like, somebody had passed away.
Many of Christopher's family and friends not only came out to honor his memory, but also raise awareness about the frequent accidents they say occur at this very spot near the intersection of Palm Drive and Dillon Road. And they hope this tragedy will push the city to improve road conditions for drivers and motorcyclists alike.
All there is people just need to be a little bit more cautious, you know, on our end and people in cars.
We're gonna make this a safer spot, whether it's putting cones up, putting speed limits, putting whatever it is.
We spoke with the Desert Hot Springs Police Department, who acknowledged that Christopher's story is not an isolated case.
I'm typically on Palm Drive a lot. That is one of our main thoroughfares, and it's one of the places where it's a big part of contention. So I spend a lot of my time there, and approximately, just taking a guesstimate, about 90% of my citations are off of Palm Drive.
City officials say they are also working on ways to make this stretch of road safer.
What Palm Drive South encompasses is that we are going to do more bike lanes, more traffic signals. There's going to be about 138 new lights. So it's going to improve the safety of that street.
For Christopher's family and loved ones, those changes can't come soon enough.
Something tragic like this, it could be the last one. And that's the beautiful thing that I think Christopher has given us, is that he knows that this family is full of fighters, and we'll fight for him.
For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Alondra Campos.
Still ahead on your midday news, we have some new information about the rehabilitation efforts after the Rosa fire. That story's right after the break. And let's take another live look outside, this time from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Getting a little sticky out there as we head into the weekend. Stay with us. More news right after the break.
But even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. You may want to hold off on throwing away that broken electronic device or appliance. Tomorrow, the city of Palm Springs is holding their Fix-It Fair at the Mizell Center. This starts at 10 in the morning. It's hosted by the Sustainability Department. You can bring small appliances, electronics, clothing, and other items to give those perfectly good products a new life. You can bring 2 items per person. The Blue Zones project in Palm Springs is continuing their cleanup project on the downtown park. This is Saturday. It's to raise awareness about local tobacco use and waste in our public parks. This is the second of 4 planned events across community parks in the city. It starts at 6:30 in the morning, so you can beat the heat. Each cleanup highlights the need for stronger local tobacco ordinances to better protect public health, particularly in outdoor spaces. The city of La Quinta will be honoring fallen Marine Corporal Hunter Lopez and his fellow service members who were killed in the airport attack in Afghanistan. The city will hold a lightsaber vigil. This is Tuesday, August 26th at 7 in the evening at Civic Center campus in La Quinta. It's just off Washington Street and Calle Tampico. You're encouraged to bring lightsabers to create a powerful visual display of support. The lightsabers are replacing candles because Hunter was an avid Star Wars fan. Some new information about rehabilitation efforts after the Rosa fire. It comes as 2 organizations team up to monitor and protect sensitive species. NBC Palm Springs' Tiani Jadalang reports.
Earlier this month, the Rosa fire burned 422 acres of conserved land. 2 parcels surrounding this Palm Canyon trailhead, totaling up to 15 acres, was part of that damage. And this morning, Friends of the Desert Mountains, alongside the U.S. Forest Service, started the recovery process.
When the fire took place, they had to create a road outside of the trail, and so they had to bring that road back in. So a lot of dirt, a lot of rocks, everything like that was brought back in.
Friends of the Desert Mountains owns the upper part of the trailhead. According to the nonprofit, it's a piece of land that was conserved in the early 2000s and will take a lot of resources to rehab and make safe for those who use the trail.
With being a nonprofit, of course, we accept donations and would really appreciate the public helping us out here and helping our nonprofit, you know, get this trail back open.
This Palm Canyon trail stretches down to Palm Springs. Experts with the Friends of Desert Mountains tell me rehab could take up to a year, meaning those that frequent this trail won't be able to access it for some time. The organization's main concern at the moment has to do with erosion, especially if the San Bernardino National Forest could see heavy rain in its future.
We don't know what type of holes that it's going to create. You know, you just don't know what those valleys are going to do with the rain.
And during this time, they have one request for those in the area.
Please respect the closure of the Upper Palm Canyon Trail so that we can start working on fixing the trail to make it safe for everyone as soon as possible.
Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
And with that, let's take a live look outside from our Walter Clark Highway 111 camera in Rancho Mirage, tracking those conditions for your weekend and into the next work week with Jerry Steffen right after the break. Stay with us.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
It was hot the last couple of days. Yesterday, 116, one away from tying a record of 117. We're going to be above 110 this afternoon. Lots of triples around the Coachella Valley right now, and nothing on radar, although we have some mid-level moisture that could lead to a storm. You got to look well to the east of us for any action. That's around the border of Arizona and Southern California. There it is, all moving to the north-northwest. And we could see some moisture triggering some thunderstorms later today. Some monsoonal moisture begins to move in our area. 112 to 116 puts us again above above normal, specifically 113 for Palm Springs and Indio this afternoon, 114 Rancho Mirage. Now, the numbers do go down by a degree tomorrow, 112 under, well, partly cloudy skies. Extreme heat warnings in effect through Saturday does include the Coachella Valley heat advisory to our west. And as far as Monday's concerned, that's when more of that monsoonal moisture begins to move into the area, upping our chances of thunderstorms in Southern California. So today, tomorrow, and Sunday, most of the monsoonal moisture over Arizona, some begins to move into the area. More so Monday and Tuesday with that monsoonal moisture really being pulled up from the southeast. As far as future precipitation, here's the short-range HRRR. Nothing happening until we get to 2-3 o'clock. And again, limited to the mountains and not a whole lot of action. It all pushes off to the north-northwest later on today. Now, as far as rain estimates, thunderstorms, yeah, limited to the mountains and very slim chance of that happening today. Friday, Saturday, a little more action, but again, nothing for the valley over the mountains. Likewise on Sunday. But it's Monday and Tuesday with mountain thunderstorms kind of spilling over to the valley as a good chance. Looks like Tuesday will be the better chance of precipitation for our area. Surface moisture, we'll watch that too because the humidity levels have moved up. That'll be the case on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. More so on Tuesday. Very sticky weather. Numbers do move down as far as temps. Okay, we have Aaron still out there. It's been out there since the 11th of this month, but it's moving its way to the northeast right now at a quick forward speed off the coast of North America. Now, as far as the Pacific, we could see 3 storms develop over the next 2 weeks. Take a close look at the Northeast Pacific here. Here's one moving its way to the northeast right now, August 27th. Right behind that, south of Acapulco, another one develops. This one could be a major hurricane toward the end of August into early September, and yet another storm could develop following that one. And that could move into another major hurricane. We'll watch all 3 over the next several days. Could be Juliet, Kiko, and Lorena. Okay, Comfort Air 7-day forecast. We're looking at temps above normal. Extreme heat warnings in effect today, tomorrow. The numbers back off. Humidity moves up. Still a chance of a mountain thunderstorm through Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, 98. We'll take it.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
2 new thrillers at the box office this weekend. Here's Manny the Movie Guy.
It's one of those stories that's stranger than fiction.
Oscar-winning director Ron Howard gets inspiration from a true story that's truly stranger than fiction.
You are the very definition of survival of the fittest.
Set in 1929, Jude Law heads a group of outsiders who settle on a remote island off of the Galapagos, some to escape fascist Germany and the others bound by greed.
There is none.
Howard assembles an impressive cast, including Vanessa Kirby, Danielle Brühl, Sydney Sweeney, and the scene-stealing Ana de Armas as a mysterious baroness. Gripping, although it's highly melodramatic, Eden is a character study of a movie made better by the cast.
And it's a hauntingly provocative and entertaining film about the dark side of the human heart. I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Boy, you just synthesized it beautifully.
And for that, Eden gets 3 out of 4 Paradise Lost kisses. Also out in theaters, Relay.
I help people who see things they shouldn't have.
The fantastic Riz Ahmed plays a fixer. He brokers deals between corrupt corporations and whistleblowers. Lily James is a scientist who needs his help. She wants to expose a dangerous chemical cover-up.
They're really two lonely souls, right?
Yeah, beautifully put. That's exactly right. They're these lonely souls looking for connection.
Their connection? A relay service.
Hello, this is the Tri-State Relay Service.
The Tri-State Relay Service is effectively used as a form of communication to hide identities.
There was a lot of tension in there.
From David Mackenzie, the director of Hell or High Water, Relay is nerve-wracking from beginning to its unpredictable, twisty ending. The film reminds me of the conspiracy-laden movies of the 70s. It's my pick of the week.
One of the best paranoid thrillers I've seen in a while.
Thank you, Manny.
And for that, Relay gets 3.5 out of 4. Transmit the message. Kisses. I'm Manny the Movie Guy for NBC Palm Springs.
The content of any Relay conversation.
All right, we'll have to check it out. Now, if you haven't gotten a chance to check out our website, NBCPalmSprings.com, go ahead and type it in, head on over. You can find all of our top stories organized by date, our newsroom tab, breaking news, as well as our cool tab where we have some fun contests and some giveaways. So make sure you check it out. Again, NBCPalmSprings.com. We'll be right back.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
If you're looking for some weekend plans, hey, I've got an idea for you. Tomorrow, Animal Samaritan's 5th annual Dogist Birthday Bash. It's at the Rowan in Palm Springs. It starts at 11 a.m. There are less than 5 tickets left. So we got to jump on this quick. There will be puppies, kittens. They're available for adoption. There's lunch, cocktails. The best part, all proceeds go to Animal Samaritans and their life-saving programs. So please leave your own pets at home, even though it is a Dogist birthday bash. There will be, ones to adopt.
Right. And Dogist, from what I understand, is a birthday party for all the dogs that don't really have birthdays, that were adopted, that we're not sure of when they were born. Anyway, so that's nice.
A lot of belly rubs going on.
And a good cause, too. Okay, as far as temps, above 110 today, 113 for Indio and Palm Springs. That extreme heat warning through tomorrow afternoon. After that, the numbers do back off, but the bad news is humidity starts moving up. Chance of afternoon thunderstorms, a possibility, especially Monday, Tuesday of next week.
I saw 98, so I kind of tuned everything else out. I'm looking towards that. That's going to be great.
Focusing on that, too.
More news at 5 and 6. We'll see you then.